Hello.
His voice got so deep there at the end.
Hello.
How old are you, like 40? So we haven't done this game in a while, but I was itching to try it again. It's the What's Their Voice Challenge. So I take characters from movies, TV shows, video games, whatever, that I've never encountered before, and try to guess what their voice is. So let's start off with the character of Plex from Yo Gabba Gabba. I know absolutely nothing about this show. I have never watched it. I've never seen a commercial for it. I have only heard the title of this show. So I have no idea who its intended audience is, but just looking at this guy, I'm thinking this is a preschool show where everybody just speaks gibberish. I feel like it's in the same vein of like Teletubbies or something where he'll come up being like, that's my guess. We'll see if I'm even remotely in the ballpark.
Can we get this box of cereal?
It has a cool rocket ship inside!
Rocket ships are cool, Brovy, but I'm afraid we don't need any to make pancakes.
Aww!
A bag of chocolate chips!
Chocolate chip pancakes!
I don't think I've ever seen a clip from a show that has made me feel quite that uncomfortable. There was something about the costumes, there was something about the way it moved, there was something about the way they talked, that I'm glad I've never heard of Yo Kappa Kappa. That stuff I'd see in my nightmares. Is this like one of those shows like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, that it's not scary but then later becomes scary? No, that's just a regular preschool show. Why did that viscerally terrify me? Okay, but back to the point at hand. I think I was close on the tone of the voice. But yeah, he didn't speak gibberish, so I think I have to say that I didn't get that one right. But I was in the ballpark. The weird, creepy ballpark. Okay, moving on. Next up, we have Lord Zed from Power Rangers. Yes, I know, I'm a millennial, grew up in the 90s, and I have never watched Power Rangers a day in my life. I was aware of the show growing up, and I liked the fact that there were dinosaur elements in it, but then when I realized that the show wasn't actually about dinosaurs, it was actually about people, I was immediately turned off by it, so I never watched it.
Hi, would you like to talk to me about dinosaurs?
Let me get a good look at Lord Zed. He's a creepy looking dude.
Why you gotta be so rude?
I take it he's gotta be a villain. And a villain in the 90s, I think he's gonna have a deep, gruff voice, so I will get you, Power Rangers. How dare you try to strike me down. But no matter, I shall win, and you shall rue the day you ever fought Lord Zed. I don't know, let's see what we got. Specifically from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know if there's a difference, I've never watched any of them.
I am Lord Zed, Emperor of all I see. You have failed to complete the mission assigned to you.
Okay, so I definitely had the tone, I had the idea. The voice is definitely higher pitched than I thought it was gonna be, but I don't know. I say that's close enough. I think that I at least got close. And also, if you guys got some ideas for characters I can do this again with, let me know in the comments. I'd love to try some out. Next, we have Greymon from Digimon. I'm a Pokemon guy.
Come on, hang in there, Butterfree!
So especially when I was a kid, I had really fierce loyalty to one kind of show. So yeah, YuGiOh and Digimon, I'm no, y'all are all posers to Pokemon. Even though in reality, they were extremely different shows and video games and had a very different eclectic feel, so there's room for everybody. But, so yeah, I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Digimon or any of the shows like that. I'm up for trying them now, I just never have. But anyways, let's look at Greymon. Now, I'm pretty sure I remember the Digimon actually speak. But yeah, he's all kind of like a T-Rex thing going on. So I'm sure he sounds gruff and intimidating, but I feel like he'd still have a cutesy angle to him because, he's still a fun cartoon T-Rex.
I am Greymon, the Digimon, and I'm here to fight for my friends and fight for the freedom of all Digimon. I don't know what we fight about in this show.
I don't know.
All right, let's see what we got.
Diginova Blast!
Okay, I think I was pretty close. I think that was pretty solid. Not my best guess I've ever had in this series, but I've definitely had worse. At least I didn't try to make him Russian. Looking at you, Silver. I think that's probably still the most wrong I've ever been. And staying in the realm of collector monster games / TV shows, YuGiOh! So, he seems like a relatively normal kid. Wait, how old is this kid? I don't know, maybe like 16? So I assume he's gonna, like, have a relatively grounded voice. So I know that the phrase that they use is time to duel, right? Like, it's time to duel. And they get their cards, go wham! I just remember seeing a picture like someone with their cards like this, go wah, wah, wah.
Don't ever do that again.
Yeah! I'm YuGiOh, and ready to battle! Ha! It's time to duel! Maybe a really clear, higher voice. Ha! Alright, so let's see what we got.
Ready or not, Spirit, this is where you take over.
Voice is a lot deeper than I thought.
Hey, Yugi, I'm not, you can't, this isn't a duel.
How old is he?
Hello.
His voice got so deep there at the end.
Hello.
How old are you, like 40? I think I got part of it right, but within the span of that one clip, he went from pretty high voice to pretty low
To really low.
Where's your voice? Maybe that was just a bad clip to work with. Wait, now I found a clip where there's two of them and one is older and one is younger.
I have no idea what you're saying.
But I thought I at least knew enough about YuGiOh to think, oh, YuGiOh is one character. Is he two? I'm just gonna say I didn't get it and move on.